Hey to YouTube, this is Jeff aka 101 Bronson back today with the next monthly update. This video we're going to take a look at the pickups for the month of August 2021. It's been a great month, picked up some cool stuff, but you might be wondering why isn't he sitting at the table where he usually does his videos? Well, that's because I got something to show you and I'm wearing it. It's been a very Charles Bronson month. I'm really on the Bronson kick, beefing up the Bronson collection. And I've decided to actually make a t-shirt that I'm gonna wear in all my videos featuring Charles Bronson, and also because my channel is of course 101 Bronson. So I'm gonna reveal quickly the t-shirt that I picked up or had made myself. I don't know how it is coming up on screen, but that does say 101 Bronson right there. I picked out this great montage collage of try saying that 3 times fast, of Bronson stills. And then it says, I don't know how well it is coming on, maybe I'll turn on some light. I think that's a bit better. And it says here at the bottom, a YouTube original channel since the 27th of January 2013. Again, I don't know how well it's coming on. I think there it is. But that's not all. I'm not that cheap that I'll just design a t-shirt and put something on the front. No. There's stuff on the back. Again, obviously now I can't see how well it's coming on, but there's a picture of Bronson on there. At the top it says Tough Guys, Action Movies and More, and the channel link is on there. So again, I don't know how it is coming on the screen, but it's definitely there. So this is what I'm gonna be wearing in all my videos from now on, especially when I'm talking about Charles Bronson, obviously. And maybe for some odd video I might, of course, wear something different. Obviously I still got my Stallone shop gear, I got all those great Stallone merchandise inspired t-shirts. So it will not be just this t-shirt. I have to wash it occasionally. But I try to wear this in pretty much most of my videos from now on. So that having been said, there's some cool stuff we picked up besides having a t-shirt made. A lot of stuff relating to Charles Bronson. Let's dig into my physical media pickups for the month of August 2021. Here we go. Alright, so let's start with the Charles Bronson pickups. You guys might remember last month I picked up a Charles Bronson book by Paul Talbot, which was Bronson's Sleuths, The Making of the Death Wish Films. Well, the author made a follow-up book, and what a book it is. Bronson's Sleuths again on the set with Charles Bronson by Paul Talbot. This book is much thicker, much more expanded than the Death Wish book is, and this is a great book. This is, for me, this is going to be one, well, not to be biased, because this is one of the first Bronson books I read, and of course the first one, but I think this is going to be the Bible of Charles Bronson books. I mean, there are not too many books on Charles Bronson, unfortunately. There's a lot of books on Clint Eastwood and people like Sylvester Stallone or whoever, you name it, but not a lot of books on Charles Bronson. As far as I'm concerned, this might not be just one of the only ones. This is just one of the best ones, if not the best. I like this even better than the first book that Paul Talbot did. It talks about plenty of Charles Bronson's movies, like very obscure here, From Noon Till 3, which is a very good one. I really have to pick that one up. Plenty of great stories about some of my favorites, like Hard Times. It talks extensively about that film in particular, I noticed, but yeah, 10 to Midnight, another one of my favorites. I mean, it just goes on. This is a great book. It's about 450 odd pages in total. I think this is the last page. Yeah, 453 from what I could have spotted there. Yeah, Bronson's Sleuths again on the set with Charles Bronson. You can also get this in a hardback. I am considering, because this paperback, you can obviously tell that I read it. The very thin cover it goes, and I'm a little bit of a neat freak. I want my books to just be on their closed. I just want them to be closed, and not like half open like this is right here. I guess one can fix if one, put something on it for a extended period of time. But anyway, cannot recommend this book enough. The first book I thought was very good, very good about all the 5 Death Wish pictures. This one goes beyond Death Wish and talks about many other gems in Bronson's and Charles Bronson's career. So highly recommended from this 101 Bronson right here. And let's go into the Charles Bronson movies. We picked up a couple of DVDs and a couple of Blu-rays, some media books from Germany. Let's start with this DVD here of a Charles Bronson movie that was actually a first-time watch for me. From Germany, this is Borderline from 1980 on DVD. There's the man right there. Bit of a different Charles Bronson role, this one actually. Actually, it is the feature film debut of Ed Harris. Of course, we all know Ed Harris, great actor, The Rock, Glengarry Glen Ross. He's been in so many great Westworld, the television series. He's been in so many great stuff over the years. This was where he started. He played the bad guy in a Charles Bronson film. And it's about, you know, the border between the US and Mexico. Charles Bronson's a border officer. It's a very good movie, actually. Pretty underrated. I really like this one. Anyway, next couple of DVDs are from the US, and these are the last trilogy of movies, or the last 3 movies that Charles Bronson did in his illustrious career. So these movies are like his swan song, and it is the Family of Cops trilogy. This is Family of Cops 1. These are all television movies. This is how Charles Bronson closed out his career, with 3 television films. And actually not bad. Not bad as far as television films go. It is great to have them here on DVD. These are also Bronson films that were first time watch for me. And watching this, by the end, when you get to Family of Cops 3, it is very sad to see how Bronson looked in the end. I mean, obviously the pictures here on the cover, they're photoshopped. But in the actual movie, you can see the bit right there. This is still from the film. He really got old, and by the time Family of Cops 3 came around, like I said, Bronson was in the early stages of Alzheimer, and one could see that he just wasn't the Charles Bronson that he once was. He was one can see it on screen. It's very sort of sad to watch this once great action icon to be, you know, so frail, I guess, and old. I mean, he was still doing action scenes, but you could definitely tell that it was getting really hard on him. So yeah, the final movie Bronson ever did, Family of Cops 3. Let's move on to more happier times on Blu-rays, so better quality. First, we picked up this Kino Lorber Blu-ray of the 1980 Cabo Blanco, same year as he did Borderline. Reuniting him with his Once Upon a Time in the West co-star Jason Robards. Also got Dominique Sanda in there, and Fernando Rey. Directed by J. Lee Thompson. It's sort of a very weak remake of Casablanca, but I did not mind this film. I thought it was okay. It was more of an adventure film than it was like a typical Bronson action shoot 'em up film. And there he is again, Paul Talbot here, the Bronson author from the book. Does the audio commentary on this Blu-ray. He does audio commentary on a lot of films. But like as I was going to say before I digress into that, it's not the typical Charles Bronson action shoot 'em up. It's more of an adventure style film. It's about a sunken treasure. And Jason Robards actually plays a Nazi. So this was around the time when Raiders of the Lost Ark came. It came a year after. This was the time where adventure films were sort of coming back. So yeah, Cabo Blanco from 1980. Next up, we have another Charles Bronson made-for-television film from the 90s. This is Donato and Daughter, German Blu-ray, although there's good and bad about this. It is probably the best quality this film is ever going to be, but it is a SD on HD. So it means it's just... It's not a proper 1080p Blu-ray is what that is, basically. Anyway, it was still a good one. I'd say the television films that he made in the 90s, this is probably the best, because it feels the most like a Charles Bronson film. This actually feels like it could have been made by Canon. It has that sort of grimy, sleazy element to it. It's about a serial killer that Bronson's chasing. It's actually pretty violent for a television film, this one. So, yeah, Donato and Daughter. Pretty good film. Next up, we have a media book from one of Charles Bronson's best films of the 80s, in my opinion, The Evil That Men Do, which the Germans call The Liquidator. And this is a pretty damn good Charles Bronson film. It's actually the only film that he did in the 80s. It wasn't a canon film, even though this one really feels like a canon film. But yeah, very good edition here by Nameless Media. Great media book. Got the Blu-ray and the DVD. Some cool pictures and stills in there. And oh yeah, there it is. Bronson with a shotgun. What more can you want? And there's the DVD. Very good picture. I really like this one. And we have another media book, but this is from the very, I wouldn't say the early stages of his career, but this was definitely before he became a big star. This was actually done around the Great Escape, Magnificent Seven times. This is Master of the World with Vincent Price and Charles Bronson. Bronson, of course, in Germany is very popular, so of course you're going to put him a bit more prominent on the media book cover. As one can also establish from the pictures, they make sure to use plenty Bronson. And it's not like he plays like a small part in this, he actually plays like the second bill next to Vincent Price, so he has a big part in this film. It wasn't really my cup of tea, this movie. It was like one of those old school special effects adventurous movie. This is from 1960, I want to say 1962, something like that. Oh no, 1960. Oh no, wait, this is from this. Oh, the soundtrack is from 61, so I guess the movie too. And there he is again. But yeah, it's about this flying, like sort of Zeppelin-esque type of machine, this big flying machine. I'm trying to see the year of the film. Yeah, 1961. Okay, so this would have been done after the Magnificent Seven. But yeah, it's about this big flying machine. Vincent Price is like the captain of that. He sort of plays a big maniacal, sort of like a James Bond type of villain. And Bronson is hired by the government to stop him. That's basically the plot, but it's a very, I don't know, you have to see it and make up your own mind. For me, it wasn't my cup of tea, this film, but it was cool to see Bronson in a early big role for him. I mean, you know, this was after Magnificent Seven, where he was like seven billed or something, or he wasn't top billed, let's put it that way. But here we see, you know, second to first billing for Bronson. So Robur, the Master of the Seven Continents, is basically what this title translates to, the German one. But it's from 1961, Master of the World. We have one more Charles Bronson Blu-ray from Germany. Well, I say Blu-ray. And it's another of his television films that he did in the 90s. This is The Sea Wolf, which the German title is Captain Larsen, which is the character that Bronson plays. Yeah, you're not, your eyes do not deceive you. That really is Christopher Reeve and Charles Bronson built together. Christopher Reeve, Superman, is in this film, teaming up with Charles Bronson. Now, again, there's good and bad about this Blu-ray release. The good news is, well, just like with Donato and Daughter, it's the best that this film is ever going to look, probably. Unless somebody does a proper HD remaster. However, the bad news is the quality, it still sort of looks like it's a VHS rip, if you know what I mean. But really upscaled. And the biggest bad, I thought this was a real Blu-ray, but it's manufactured on demand, printed on demand. Some might call it a bootleg. It's not coming up on camera, but it's more of a purple disc. Oh, crap. However, it did play fine without problems, so at least it has that going for it. I was able to watch this. It didn't skip. It didn't, you know, malfunction or whatever. So there is that. But I've seen it once, and to be honest, if I ever feel need to watch this again, it won't be in somewhere in the near future, let's put it that way. So yeah, it was cool to see Bronson with Christopher Reeve, but And actually Bronson gave a pretty good performance in this film. But again, just like Master of the World, it just isn't really my cup of tea, this sort of film. So yeah, there you go. That wraps up the Charles Bronson titles. Let's move over to some special editions and UK Blu-ray pickups. Let's start with what is slowly becoming one of my new favorite labels. They actually have been one of my favorites for a while, but now I really have them in high regard with these couple of pickups that I made. First, they made another great Jean-Claude Van Damme edition, In Hell, which is one of the best Jean-Claude Van Damme straight-to-DVD movies, which is post-2000, of course. I believe 2004 is 2003. Solid Jean-Claude Van Damme prison action film, 88 films, glossy slipcover, comes with a poster, art cards, fantastic edition. Still have to watch the film though, that's the only thing. I still have to watch this one. I got this one fairly recently before this update, and I still have to pop this one in, but I'm really looking forward to seeing this in a new HD scan. Probably a 4K scan. Oh no, it's just a HD transfer. We'll see what the transfer looks like, but it's been a while since I watched this one, so I don't think I'm going to be disappointed in it at all. It's a solid film from what I remember, so yeah. Jean-Claude Van Damme, In Hell. Then we have two collector sets from 88 Films, recently released. I think it's one of the first times that they did this. We have this one for the Eurocrime film The Violent Professionals by Sergio Martino with Luke Miranda and Richard Conti. Fantastic edition. Great film, violent, lives up to its title. If you guys want to read, you know, all the goodies that come with it, by all means pause and read. But this is and it's region free, that's also a plus. So guys in the US can also pick this up. Comes with a poster, booklet, all the good stuff. Violent Professionals, highly recommend it. They're also doing an edition of The Tough Ones, aka Rome Armed to the Teeth, which is my preferred title. I am still not sure if I'm gonna pick that up because I just recently actually got the Grindhouse release and edition of that a couple of months ago. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna upgrade that just because it comes with a poster and a booklet and stuff. I mean, the Grindhouse version was a pretty cool collector's edition already, so I don't really, I mean, I'm still sort of toying with the idea. I might upgrade, I might not, but I'm still debating it over with myself in my head. So yeah, The Violent Professionals. And then we have another 88 Films collector's edition. This is a Giallo, So Sweet, So Perverse, with Jean-Louis Trintignant, who is, of course, from The Great Silence. Directed by Umberto Lenzi, who is more known for his Eurocrime films, and I do prefer his Eurocrime films, because this, even though this was a solid Giallo, I don't know, it's not really what I want from an Umberto Lenzi film, but not a bad one at all, and it's a cool collector's edition. Once again, comes with double-sided poster and a booklet. So Sweet, So Perverse. I might do a separate unboxing video of this and The Violent Professionals, because there are not too many people in the movie collecting community have done an unboxing, so I might do that, but don't hold me up on that. Anyway, let's move over to Arrow Video, and my long-awaited copy of the Vengeance Trails box set has finally arrived and is in my possession. 4 classic spaghetti westerns. Massacre Time, My Name is Pecos, Banditos, and God Save the Cane. Comes with a poster, double-sided, and a booklet. I'm not going to do an unboxing of this because my good buddy Carlos, Eastwood for Life fan, has done one in the Westerns for Life series, which I am now a part of. We have done the announcement of that. There's a trailer on Eastwood for Life fans channel, also on Physical Media for Life's channel, Dan. And yeah, I'm now part of Westerns for Life, the collaboration that Carlos and Dan have have had going for a good couple years now, and now I'm part of it, and I'm happy to announce that my good buddy Dan, Physical Media for Life, is gonna review 2 films out of this set, and I'm gonna review 2 films out of this set. Now, my good buddy Dan, he's gonna do Massacre Time and Gods at the Cane, and I got these 2 movies here in the middle. My name is Pecos and Bandidos. So the reviews are coming up shortly in the Westerns for Life segment, my first Westerns for Life video. I'm going to review these 2 films. So that's one of the feature videos that all I can say is stay tuned for that. Fantastic set. Absolutely fantastic. Arrow Video, we want more. Give us El Puro with Robert Woods. Give us $10,000 for a massacre. Just give us more. We want more. This is a step in the right direction, but we want more. And we have another, here we go over to the more standard editions. We have this Arrow Video Giallo film by Sergio Martino. Your Vice is a Locked Room and Only I Have the Key, with my queen, Edwige Finesse, in there, and Luigi Pistelli, who was most famously remembered as Tuco's brother from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. But this is actually a very solid and strong Giallo. I was really impressed with this one. Plenty of goodness in this film for sure, and especially with Edwige Finesse, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Your Vice is a Locked Room, Only I Have the Key. I was really impressed with this Giallo film. This is definitely one of the better ones I've seen so far. And we have another Sergio Martino Giallo. This one is put out by Shameless Film Entertainment. Shameless Screen Entertainment, I'm sorry. Torso, also by Sergio Martino. I have to quickly inspect the back because Shameless tends to put nudity on... Oh yeah, they do, so I'm going to cover that up. There is boobies there, but I covered that up. Yeah. Uncut. Good transfer as far as I'm concerned. A very solid transfer. And a very good Giallo. Some people consider this one of Sergio Martino's best. I'm inclined to agree. I mean, I still think Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward is his best. His all-time best, to be honest. I don't know, after that I really liked Your Vice is a Locked Room, so that would probably be my second favorite. Pretty much anything with Edwige, you know. And this one actually is with Susie Kendall, who was also in Dario Argento's Giallo, The Bird with Crystal Plumage. But yeah, great Blu-ray, great movie. Let's move on, nothing more to say. Pickups from Germany now. We picked up a Chuck Norris film that I really was missing from my collection. They have finally re-released on Blu-ray in Germany, Missing in Action 3, or Braddock Missing in Action 3, which was for a long time was hard to get on Blu-ray. It was out of stock, out of print rather, and they have done a new version. One can see down here, this is a new one from 2021. So this is a re-release. Finally got the chance to watch this film, the third one in the Missing in Action trilogy. It was okay. You know, it was okay. Plenty of good action in there. But I still prefer the first 2 Missing in Action films, to be honest. This had one of the best lines from Chuck Norris ever, though, which was featured in one of my... my good buddy Carlos's videos, his top 10 Chuck Norris video, which I helped him with on the editing. That one started with the Chuck Norris quote from this movie, when the guy from the agency warns him, do not step on any toes, and then Chuck Norris turns around and he says, I don't step on toes, Little John, I step on necks. Great line, and yeah, cheesy, over-the-top action film. But I love it, you know, I love it. Braddock Missing in Action 3, I do love my canon films, as you guys know, so definitely a must-have for me. The last couple of German Blu-rays here are actually Westerns, American Westerns from an actor I really had to get into, especially now that I'm a part of Westerns for Life. I have to also delve a bit into the old school classic 1940s, 50s, you know, pre-1960 I should say. American westerns, and of course there's one actor whose face and name is just synonymous with cowboy and western, and that's John Wayne. We picked up a couple of his movies. This actually is the only one of this pile I'm yet to watch, Big Jake. So I cannot comment on this movie, unfortunately. But from what I've been told, it's a very good one. It's a very good one from what I've been told. So I might actually watch this one tonight. I am on my day off as I'm recording this video. So I might watch this one tonight to complete the Wayne pickups that I picked up this month, because I did watch all the others that are going to come right now. This actually might be my second favorite out of the movies I watched so far from John Wayne. I also will reveal what the first one is, but Hondo. And the German title is Man nimmt mich Hondo. They call me Hondo, basically, so it's just Hondo. But this one I really enjoyed. This is actually a fairly older one, 1953. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one, Hondo. Yeah, what can I say? The Duke right there. And this might be my favorite John Wayne film, even though he sort of takes a back step in this one. It's more of a James Stewart westerns, but this is The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. Let's just say my favorite movie that John Wayne appeared in. It's not a John Wayne film. It's more, like I said, James Stewart film. But you know, John Wayne is in it for sure. But I mean, the show here is being stolen by Lee Marvin. But of course, for me, the main part in this is James Stewart, and then sort of second fiddle, if you will, is John Wayne. But fantastic film. Fantastic film, directed by John Ford, of course, who directed many of John Wayne westerns. Well, I just really don't know what else to say. I will probably do a review of this somewhere down the line in the Westerns for Life series. Me, Dan, and Carlos, we have been toying with the idea of doing a John Wayne themed series and stuff like that. We're discussing many things, which probably I'm not at liberty. See what I did there? To reveal just yet, but we are planning a whole barrage of things. We have plenty of ideas down the pipeline. So all I can say is, you know, stay tuned for Westerns for Life, because we're gonna kick that into high gear pretty soon. Next John Wayne film is another classic, The Searchers. This was actually the one I was looking forward to the most of watching, because I heard so many. I haven't heard many things about the other ones. Of course, I did know this one. But Hondo and Big Jake, not the most talked about John Wayne films, but everybody, when you mention John Wayne, I think everybody's going to mention this film, The Searchers, and rightfully so. It is a classic, but I was a little bit underwhelmed by it. I thought it could have been a little bit grittier in terms of, you know, the portrayal of the Indians and stuff. It did feel a bit tame, this one. It did feel a bit tame, actually, and I feel that the earlier film we discussed, Hondo, I think that's a little bit more brutal and more violent than this one. And this one is later. This is from 1956, yeah, so that's a couple of years later. But still, classic film. And yeah, the Duke with a black hat for a change of pace. Usually he wears white hats. Anyway, yeah. Speaking of black hats, True Grit. John Wayne, Glenn Campbell, Kim Darby, Robert Duvall is also in this one. Very good Western, this one. I don't have too many complaints. I know that there is a remake of this, which is considered by many to be even better than this. The remake with, I always forget his name. Yeah, I know his first name, Jeff, but I always forget his last name. I remember the first name because it's, you know, the same as mine, obviously. But oh, what's his name? Jeff. Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Bridges. Jeff Bridges. That's him. God, that took a while. I apologize for that, guys, but yeah, the remake is considered by many to be even better, but I did not mind this one. And I do think the remake is going to be a film I will seek out to watch soon. Actually, I've never watched either version. But yeah, I thought this was a solid Western. Probably my third or fourth favorite John Wayne film so far. And now I can finally watch Rooster Cockburn, which my good friend Donnie, Cinemaniac77, has sent me a copy of, which is a sequel to this film. And that's the reason why I picked up this one this month, because I'm not the kind of guy that goes watch a sequel and then watch the first one. I really want to watch the first one and then the sequel, even though I'm pretty sure that they're not very tightly connected, they're very loosely. I think it's just that John Wayne plays the same character, maybe some references, obscure ones to this film, maybe, but I think it's like a loose sequel, maybe like a James Bond type of situation where it's not really necessary to watch a Dr. No before watching From Russia with Love. That's just an example. I do know that in From Russia with Love they reference Dr. No, but I'm just making a point. But anyway, the final pickup of this month, True Grit. We're gonna close it off on that. So there you guys have it. Those were all the pickups for the month of August 2021. You guys can see the t-shirt a little bit better now. Maybe I should have just revealed it like this when I was sitting down, but yeah, there you go. That's it. That's everything for August 2021. I wasn't planning on picking up this much stuff. It just happens. I'm sure you guys will know what I'm talking about. I was actually having a rather pleasant, as always, phone call with Carlos Eastwood for Life Fan the other day. We were talking about the stuff that we picked up. Carlos also said, you know, he picked up way more than he planned. I was like, yeah, same here. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. As always, let me know your thoughts and comments on some of these films and the book that I showed. And how do you guys like the t-shirt? I am planning to do an alternate one with a white t-shirt with a different image. I am still sort of fiddling around with that. But I do think, you know, for me, designing my own t-shirt for this website, it came out very nicely, and I think it's very good quality. You can feel it. It's not cheap. It's not like the image is rubbing off or something. The text is on there, printed very well. I'm satisfied. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. As always, let me just flip the switchers to get the light in my eyes, because I know with the cap it always creates a shadow, right? Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, keep punching, stay safe and healthy, and so long for now. This has been Bronson signing off.